Yeah, I found. So today, we're going to be discussing HTML5 and its structure. So firstly, to write any code, you need a code editor. So you can either go online to check for a code editor. So I'm having one here, CodePen.io. So CodePen.io. So while that loads, so we can use a conventional code editor. So I'm having VS Code here. Yeah, so you go online, download VS Code. So how do I start to use VS Code? So I simply go to you can go to your window and create a folder. So you have new folder, you have new folder. Maybe you want to say my HTML. So you name it anything, that's the folder. So then you come back to the VS Code. So click on this. Okay, I'm having one here already, but let me see. Okay, new folder, open folder. So then I can see my HTML here. I select the folder. Yeah, I trust the author. So now we're having my HTML here. So click cancel this. So now we have the folder, and then we need to have some files in the folder. So for now we have just one single file. So click on the folder and click on this new file and create a file for HTML. So you can name the file anything, however it has to end in .html. So you can name it anything. You can say okay, page, okay, small letter, page.html. So you click enter, so you have your HTML where you can edit your code. So now what is HTML? So like I was saying, you can also use CodePen. Yeah, it's bringing CodePen already. You can either sign up, or probably you just want to use and go. So you just start coding here. So if you just want to use and go, so you start coding, then you can adjust this to the size. This ones are too small. Okay, it's just coming up, so I'll come back to this. So here, HTML. What is HTML? So HTML simply means hypertext markup language. So it's a text language, text. So which is using inputting text in on web page. So just like we know when we go to Facebook or Instagram or anything, so those texts we are seeing, most of them, so they are hypertext. So you just think of HTML like just your normal Google Docs or WPS on the phone, or probably word processing. However, it can be entered manually, like you just say you want to say my website, and you start to say my website. Okay, you are welcome, so on, something like that. So it doesn't work like that. So I don't just start entering the text. So however, HTML use tags. So you use tags to enter the information or the visual structure you want your user to see. So you use tags. So what are HTML tags? So this is the picture of a typical HTML tags. So you have this. There's an example. So here now I'm having a P tag. Let me put in a small letter. So I'm having a P tag. So this one here is the open tag, and this one represents the closing tag. So the difference between the open tag and the closing tag is the / here. So this one open tag, while this one is closed tag. So the difference between the open and the close is the /. So once you open it up, you close it. You close the gate with the /, then you have the P element. So whatever I want to enter, then I can put it in between these tags here. So this P here simply represent a paragraph. So you can simply enter anything, then click Control Save. So Control S to save it. So now I want to view what I've entered here in the browser, in Chrome browser. So simply you can just go to this your page.html, right click and copy the path. So when you copy the path, you go to your browser and paste it there. So Ctrl V, enter. So you can see all this here that I've inputs in the. So you simply enter the text with tags. So now, so that is it. Again, you think of HTML like the normal Google Docs, WPS, word processing that you use in inputting the structure of text structure, the sizes, the bold, italics, and the like of that. So in HTML you use tags to construct that. So that's all about HTML. So now let's look at the structure. Now that we are familiar with tags, so let's look at the structure of HTML. So you have the doc type. So this doc type here, so if you're using VS Code, when you just open this up, so it suggests the doc type for you. So you click on the doc type. So the doc types simply indicate the version. So it simply indicates version of the HTML. So because the newest version is HTML5. So when you have exclamation doc type in capital letter then HTML, it indicates that you're telling the browser that this version of HTML is HTML5, because we've added HTML4, 3 and the like of that. So HTML5 is in vogue. So when you put this, it indicates that you are telling the browser that it should be read in HTML5 version. So that's the structure. And then you have HTML tag opened and closed. Don't forget, most of HTML tags have both open tags and close tag, even though we have few that only have just open tag, no closing. So now we have HTML, then you have the head. So just like you're writing an essay, you have head. So inside this head, informations will go, the informations like title of the page. So title, open and close that. Okay, let's say my web. So what is the function of this title? When you go to browser, so all these things you're seeing here, initiation form, create a new pen, page.html and the like of that, so they are title. So once you enter my website here and you come here to load so Control R. Okay, we've not entered anything. Okay, so copy the path again and paste it in your browser. Ctrl V. Okay, no, this is not it. Is this the path? No. Page.html. Copy the path. Okay, new tab. Ctrl V. So here you can see we don't have anything yet, but we have the title my website. So that is what is going to be it. It's not going to display in the main page, but it will be a title on the taskbar. So now we have the head. Now some other information can also go to the head, so but we can limit it to title for now. So I think we should be thinking of body now, like I mentioned, essay. So body, opened and close, open and close. So in the body you have the main information about the HTML page. So you have the main information about the HTML page. So for example, you have let's say you want to have a paragraph, or you want to have a heading. So you have the heading tag, so H1, open and close. So H1 is the heading, so it is the highest size of the heading. So you can either have from H1 to H6. So the lower the number, the larger the size. So you have Control V, sorry. And 6. So when you change the figure to 2, 3, 4, 5, and then H6. So open and close. So let's put in some text. Okay, say hi there. So in between the H1, hi there, hi there. So as the name indicates, H1 to 6, that's heading 1 to 6. So let's see how it displays on the browser. So let's reload the. Okay, I think we should be here. Yeah, it's somewhere here. Let's clear this one. So Control R. So you can see now. So from H1 to 6. So 1 is the largest of the heading. So from H1 to 6. So as it goes up, then the size goes down. So based on the size I want to use for the heading. So this is the basic structure of the HTML. You have your HTML. So as you can see, the HTML, once you have the open tag, immediately you should close the tag. So because you might want to nest, like you want to nest something in between. Nest, I mean N-E-S-T. So you might want to nest something in between those tags, so you have to close it immediately. So as you can see here now, head is nested in between HTML. The same thing, body is nested between HTML. Then title nested between head. H1s, H, that's 1 to 6, nested between body. So that's what I mean by the nested. Okay, so let's say we have just one heading now. So we have okay, so let's say we have our Boot networks. Okay, that's the heading. So let's have another tag in between the body. Let's say we have H1. Okay, so we have P, paragraph. So you can see it's opening and closing immediately. So that's one of the features of this code editor. So P is for paragraph, so we can have something like, okay, you are always welcome here. So let's see the display. So you can see Anchor Boot Networks, you are always welcome here. So that piece just for paragraph. So I think we can use this as what's it called, as a task. So just write an article with these tags here. So heading, then your paragraph should be. So let's have another paragraph. Let's see how it's going to display. So P. Okay, let's just say okay, lorem ipsum text. So lorem ipsum text. Just copy something here. Copy. paste. So let's see how it's going to display here. So something like this. So I think we can just hold on that for now.